don't get angry. I didn't want to let him go, okay? I didn't want to let him go either. We've made a really big sale, and I'm not happy about it. That's right, viewers. Gaetano Castrovilli has gone. And even worse, he's gone to Inter Milan. He was kicking off something chronic. The world-class midfielder has finally left the team. And we're actually going to be playing him probably today, because we will play Inter Milan in our second game of the episode. Before that, we've got a game against Lazio. You can tell we've not really missed Castrovilli too much. I sold him at the sort of semi-start of the window. Since the last time we met, things have gone relatively okay. We beat Crotone, we beat Lazio in the Italian Cup first round, but we did lose to Sassuolo away from home, which is a bit disappointing, but then followed up with a 1-0 win away against Genoa, and now we've got Lazio today again, like I said, and Inter away. It's going to be a very difficult day, especially without our kind of star man. Apologies for the hair, I've washed it today, so it's really, really floppy. You filth, all of you. But I have replaced him. Actually, I've used the money to bring in quite a few people. We'll go for it. I've got 4 new players to look forward to, but a couple of them are like youngsters and probably won't play this year. But I've been trying to build up the EU side of things to get the squad depth up. So Besnik Doka is a player that I bought. The only reason I got him is that he was dirt cheap. I literally got him for 350k from Cologne. And you can see here, at 19 years old, Albanian, can play on the left, can play on the right, and play up front. He's got some very nice attributes for a guy who's only that old. At 19, he will get better. Physicals are pretty decent. Mentals are pretty decent. Technicals could do with a little bit of work, but I'm pretty happy. We'll sell him on for a profit, definitely. Another youngster that I've got in, but one that probably will play a part at some point or another, is Cisco Campoy. And I bought him in relatively cheap as well for £2.5 million from Betis. Wow, is all I'll say. I mean, he's got lovely physicals. To be fair, a kid that's only 19 years old, he will get better. Especially in the midfield, I see him as a playmaker role, probably like kind of just sat around, just knocking the ball around. And you can tell his technicals are very good. Passing of 14 is very good at this age. Technique of 16 is very, very good. Decisions 15, flair 15, so he can open up teams, he can control the possession. I'm pretty happy. He's also quite tall, 190 centimetres, so he looks like he could be quite a big, tall, gangly guy in the middle of the midfield that can probably dictate the tempo. I'll probably put him out on loan, but he's a decent acquisition. Definitely one to watch out for the future. But I have actually gone in and brought in some experience and players that can go straight into the first team, namely Leander Dendoncker, who I've brought in on loan from Wolves. Just a really, really well-rounded player, really. He can play at centre-back, defensive mid, or obviously as a central mid. Very, very strong in the air, good heading ability, obviously very good at dictating the tempo and controlling the game, good as a box-to-box, good as a ball winner. Probably going to add a little bit more steel to that midfield, which I'm very happy about. But obviously with Gaetano going, it's a lack of creativity that's the problem. But to fix that, I give you Ryan Gravenberch, a player that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. He can be anything he wants to be. He can play anywhere in the midfield. His physicals are great. His mentals are pretty decent for a 22-year-old player. And his technicals are excellent as well. 16 technique, 14 passing, 16 first touch, 14 dribbling. He could become a world-class player. He's got good traits as well. Gets forward whenever possible. Does acrobatic stuff with the flair of 16. Runs with the ball often. It's exactly what I wanted. He's basically like a kind of just slightly less than Gaetano version. But he could get up to that level quite quickly. And he is going to now be our kind of number one advanced playmaker. It's a step down, yes, but with a view to in the future, could be better, in my mind. We bought him in for a whopping £32.5 million. I didn't actually pay that up front. I only paid £15 million up front, which is why I still have £35 million left in the transfer budget. And next season's budget of 14.48 isn't looking great, but they did that last season and then they increased it in the end anyway. Especially if we make Champions League, which is what we're going for. And you can tell here, we're still only 3 points behind leaders Napoli. Still very much in the title race. But for me, it's more important that we are 6 points ahead of Roma and Inter, who are sat there in that 5th and 6th position for the Europa League. We're only expected to qualify potentially for the Europa League. But Champions League would be a massive step in the right direction. A massive step. And we're going to kick off then with our game against Lazio. Hopefully, we'll be able to secure a win. We've got a few jaded players, unfortunately, which isn't ideal. But this is the kind of new lineup now. And I have to say... Oh, one other thing as well. I've managed to sign Francisco Trincao on a free. Yeah, I know, unbelievable. But I have. His contract runs out, so I am bringing him in and he is going to be absolutely sensational for me. I also, tell a lie, there was another player I got in as well, called Nicola Puig, I think. Now, this guy, Wonder Kid, could be amazing. Another great midfield option, getting him on a free from Stuttgart. There was a lot of people after him. Liverpool were after him. United were after him. City were after him. Juve were after him. I went in there, got him first dibs. This guy could be absolutely banging. But in terms of the lineup today, then, it's going to be pretty much the full-time lineup now, really, which is Muller's in goal, Eriko, Basia, Vuskovic and Joseda as the back four. And they got Torreira, McKendy, Gravenberch, Trincao, Chimisi and Juranovic making up the rest of it. You can tell here we've still got a few injuries. Ranch is injured, Mangala is injured. Kouame is away on international duty, so I'm kind of like without a really decent striker at the moment, which is proving to be a bit of a problem. But that's why I've got Docker and Esteban for. Hopefully they can come in and do a little bit of a job. They're probably not good enough at this level, but they might be able to come on and get me some goals. You just don't know. I might try and buy another striker, potentially. I've got 35 million. So it's a case really of where do I go and spend it? Do I try and go off and get another striker so I could have 4 really, really solid strikers up front? Maybe. I've told the boys to go off and leave out from where they did last time because we were very, very good against Genoa. Could have been a lot more than 1-0 to be fair, but I'll take what we can get. Right. Fiorentina versus Lazio. This is a big game really. We need to win this because it will give me a little bit of breathing space against Inter in case it all goes wrong. The last thing I want to do is lose 2 games in a row and then be behind the 8 ball when we play Inter. But they got a decent team though, Lazio. They got Barbosa, they got Correa, who always gives me a few issues on this game. He's such a good player as Joaquin Correa, to be fair. One that maybe I should really have a look at, because Lazio aren't performing that well in the league. They're down in 10th. You'd expect them to be a bit better, but they're doing well now as Basia turns it into his own net. It's not often I've had own goals so far on FM21 this year. This is not the ideal time to start having them. He's been really good for me, Tom Basia. I mean, it's just a bit poor from Eriko, really. He just doesn't follow Barbosa. I think he steps up. He does the right thing, Basia. He's just a bit unlucky with where it goes. He tries to clear it out, and he needed to. The goalie was never getting there. We have not started. We have not started this game at all yet. They've had all the ball, all the possession, all the chances. And my midfield is non-existent. I didn't want to sell Castrovilli. I sold him for 36 million, potentially going up towards 50. I mean, that Basia is having an absolute mare. He's just given the ball away. Cangiano's on it. Great block there, to be fair, by Yoseda. But, I mean, this is ridiculous. How is it not 2? We've just not started this game. I mean, we've been atrocious. We've been absolutely atrocious in this game. I'm fuming. Water bottle is being thrown again. I'm not happy with this at all. We've not got started. We've not done anything. I'm wondering if players are beginning to get a bit tired and fatigue is beginning to set in amongst the team. And there's a little lack of belief. He was our one world-class player, was Gaetano. And it's becoming an issue. A real issue here. We've not created anything. I've not created a sausage here. Right, okay, we're going to have to change it up a little bit. We've not created anything. Trincao's going to go out to the right, get him on the inverted winger, let him go out on attack. I am going to take McKendy off. He's not had a very good day today. And there's no better time than now, Besnik Docker, to get out there and make yourself a hero, mate. He's going to go out, play on the inverted winger, get him out on attack. Let's see what you've got in the locker. It's not a great situation to throw any youngster into, to be fair. I just need to try and get out of this with a draw, really. If we don't play well, at least get some points. Is Juranovic, tease it back. What a tackle that is. Yoseda whips it in. Oh, get in, Yusuf Chimiti. Boom! There he is. I thought the challenge, I thought it was over by the fact that they made a really good tackle. I thought it was done. But this is brilliant here. Great play by Juranovic. Great tackle there by Gabbia. How he made that tackle, I have no idea. Yoseda whips it in. Chimiti, great header. Omlin's made a total mess of that. A total mess of it. And out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, we've managed to get ourselves back in the game. And I have no idea how. Because we've been so poor all day, it doesn't matter. Oh, what a save by Muller. That. He's such an underrated goalkeeper. Eriko's having an absolute shocker. Eriko's got to come off. He's having an absolute shocker. Baragi's going to come on. Just give me a little bit of defensive solidity, please, mate. A little bit of experience. Trincao's injured. Excellent news. Well, that's good news. Aim is going to come on. Gravenberch is going to go out and play on the left because he can play there. And Besnik Docker is going to go and play on the right. I mean, my other best player, The only other real potential world-class player I have in Trincao is now injured. I sold my other one. Painful. This is painful. I mean, we've absolutely, for lack of a better phrase, XG'd them here. I mean, like, our XG is pathetic compared to theirs. We've played so poorly. I would not besmirch them a victory. I don't really want them to get one, though. I was only joking. I took Erico off. I took him off. I'm going to insert what I did earlier. I took him off. Erico's got to come off. He's having an absolute shocker. Baragi's going to come on. Where's Baragi? I took him off. I genuinely took him off. I am not happy. I took him off because he was having a shocker. I took him off. A 5.8. A 5.8. I took him off. I'm fuming. I'm absolutely seething. I mean, I'll take a 1-1 considering how poorly we played. That's a joke. Trincao's out for 6 weeks. Superb. It just gets better. Juranovic, Chamiti, McKendy, India Seda, a little jaded and could all do with a rest. I mean, come on. Oh, I've got Inter in 2 days. And my squad is absolutely shattered. Absolutely shattered. I need to get someone in, and I need to get someone in quick. And the amount of injuries I'm getting as well is not helping my mood. I'm looking for it now. You can tell there I'm just looking for players to buy. I mean, this is baffling to me. I've got a couple of players here that I'm looking at, and I'm thinking this could be a really big window for the future, but this guy looks particularly quite good. Janis Dashner from RB Leipzig looks very good, to be fair. He's only 19 years old, and his technicals could do a lot of work, but the mentals are very good, and his physicals are pretty decent as well for a 19-year-old. He's pretty tall as well. So I'm thinking I might try and get him in just as a fringe player, just for the time being, just so I can obviously just get a few more people in, really, more than anything else. Let's face it, at this rate, what I need is I just need players, because I'm really, really struggling to almost field a team at the moment. So he's going to come in. That's not too bad. And the other player, now this one I'm going to spend a little bit of money on. £7.5 million up front, potentially rising to 17.5. But Khairuddin Hajar has got some very nice attributes, especially for a winger. Pace is the most important thing here. Look at that pace. Look at the mentals here. Off the ball is good. Work rate is good. He reminds me a little bit, maybe like a kind of a budget Mane, I think. His crossing and everything could do with a little bit of work, but I think at that age, he could potentially become very, very good. I'm going to take a punt on him because I have the money, so why not? He's also going to be listed as a breakthrough prospect. I'm going to bring him in. I think this kid could be very good. Apparently, he's also a consistent performer, which is never a bad thing. Actually, I've had a little change of heart. What I think I'm going to do, and forgive me for this, but I do think this would be quite cool, is we're lucky actually, the Inter lost as well today, which is good news. What I'm thinking is that I might just have the Lazio game today, and with the injuries that you can see that I've got at the moment, with Trincao out, with Erico suspended, with no Mangala, no Ranch, no Pinamonti, no Kouame, no Ferrez, because they're all on international duty, etc., etc. Where do I need to strengthen the squad? I've got a lot of money. You've seen the kind of couple of players I'm going to bring in. Do you think they're worth it? That's the most important thing. Do you think that they're worth it? Could I potentially go and get somewhere else? Just let me know what positions you think I can go and get, or that need strengthening if I bring up the team report. What positions do I need to go and sort out? Let me know, and then I will go away, have a look at some players, and then we'll come back tomorrow and see what we've got or what I've come up with in the shortlist. And with that means we can also have the game against the Team Landsides, because I want to include the Italian Cup quarterfinal, because that's a big game. We do need to win an Italian Cup, so that could be quite a big game. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. It's a little change of plan, but I think it's worthwhile doing. So like I said, today a little bit of a shorter episode, but let me know what you think down in the comment section about what positions need improving and where I need to spend and get my squad strength back. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do drop a like on the video, share, subscribe. Was there a mistake selling Castrovilli? Yeah, but I didn't have a choice because he was getting really angry at me, so it's not my fault. Please like, share and subscribe. Until I see you tomorrow, take care, stay cool, bye.